What's up everybody? Welcome back to a new video, and before today's video starts, I do have to go over a little bit of history to go over the context of why we're visiting this location. And the house itself was built in 1938 in colonial fashion. A very dark design, and it kind of matches the story. Almost 20 years ago, fire crews were called to the house of two doctors who had an only child. The crews arrived because of the lack of oxygen in the air. The ammonia was causing the fire sensors to go off, so when the crews arrived, they realized they could not enter without the hazmat team. Once they actually entered the house, they found over 115 dogs left behind. Some alive, some not. Others were just body parts, and the ones that were still alive were fighting for survival. Along with these 100 animals was a miniature horse inside the house as well. This led for the parents to go to prison, leaving behind their only child into the care of their grandmother, and the house being forfeited to the police. And the reason I'm returning back to this mansion after filming it many years ago is the new story that I recently read online that kind of closes the storybook on what happened here. So recently I read online that the only child, Emily, recently passed away. A girl who was relatively my age. It didn't say online how or why she passed, but I have my suspicions. She grew up to be an animal rights activist. She really molded her entire adult character from this traumatic event. I wanted to come back to the house to pay my respects and close the storybook on what happened here, because it is an abandoned house that has everything left behind and an insane story, and places like this don't exist often. And I just want to remind people of the respect we're going to be having when going into the mansion. There's a lot left behind, and we have to keep in mind that we're here for just documentation purposes and just to cover what happens, because when abandoned places are left behind, very often there is no understanding of why, but here we have the reason. So let's go explore. If you guys do enjoy, leave a thumbs up and let's go check it out. Thank you for joining. Got a 3-car garage right beside the house. And giant 2-story home. We're gonna give a perimeter sweep around the exterior, show you guys the property, and then we'll go inside. Very dark and creepy looking house, I can tell you that right now. Looks like the front door is just busted open. I guess that's how we're getting inside. I do enjoy the front door, all the detail and the woodwork, even the color in the wood, and all the carvings. It definitely has some character, this house. They never even got to take down their Christmas lights hanging up by the gutter. House is so beautiful. I love that window up top there. That arch. Look at the stone wall around the property here. Love an old house with a stone wall surrounding it. Beautiful property. We're here at sunset right now, so we have a beautiful golden light hitting this place. And I wanted to show you guys the miniature dollhouse the parents bought and made for their daughter here. Just a miniature dollhouse, abandoned as well on this property. So years ago, this dollhouse was in pretty good condition. You could actually open the door, go inside, and there were a bunch of toys left behind. And these toys are still here, but the place has seen some better days. You can see inside this dollhouse, you have a little loft. So she'd be able to go up there, take naps outside. There's some blankets, pillow in here. Looks like animals buried out a little nest for their eggs. I'm sure they'll be back. Leaving the little dollhouse back to the main property. We'll walk behind it here. Got a beautiful field. Can't really see it because that's sunset. Got a beautiful field though, overlooking what they were able to see. They have these Romeo and Juliet style balconies that just overlooked the beautiful meadow behind their property. Beautiful property. Take a look at that ironwork. So this is behind the house by the garages. We have an old dog house. Some little bit of foreshadowing there, you know, with how this family ended up becoming departed. But next to the garage, this probably is where the miniature horse was staying, because we have a little enclosure here with a couple more dog houses inside. There's a couple more shacks on the property, but they're empty. There's nothing in them. Just beautiful design. Same as the original home. You got the main house here. You got the garages, the maintenance shed. Then come down here, all overgrown now. You couldn't even see a path if you wanted to try. But we have the property's in-ground pool over here. Really overgrown. Yeah, you could see the stone steps. They went down here, and you have a brick area, and there was definitely a little fountain there. Water would spit out of that hole, and I guess it would flow to the in-ground pool here. Looks like it was covered with tarp last time they closed it, and you know, that's it. But the background of this area is so beautiful. It's out in the middle of the woods, no one around, just super quiet and peaceful. Would be really relaxing to go swimming here. Alright, we're with Chris today. He's going to go into the front of the house. I'm going to go into the back. We're going to split up. Not usually the best thing to do when exploring, but that's how you cover, you know, a lot of ground. Wow. Our first view is the piano room. The decay in here is incredible. The floor and the ceiling, well, I was gonna say the floor is covered with the ceiling. Just got a huge family room here. Crazy to see this piano in this condition, because the first time I explored this house, there was barely even a particle of dust on this entire piano, and yet here it is right now. They kept a bunch of VHS tapes in this cabinet here. Looks like some old stuff. Some old European stuff from the early 1900s. It's like right after silent films. A lot more VHS in here. Oh, here we go. Great Gatsby. Little Mermaid. I've never even seen this version. Let me know if anyone's seen this version of Little Mermaid. What year does this say? 1984. You have a lot of historical documentary stuff on the top, and on the bottom is a bunch of fairy tale VHS stories. I could assume all these were shown to Emily when she was younger. Just everything that made her who she is. Wow. This library is so cool. I love the color. The green. Dark green. Forest green, if you will. What a beautiful old home. It's such a shame it's just falling apart slowly. Like I said, the husband and wife of this property and of everything here, they were doctors, so there is some literature on here that suggests that is true. More VHS tapes. Got Scary Movie 3. What is this? Oh, Agent Cody Banks, Frankie Muniz, Hilary Duff. Classic. This house was abandoned, I think, late 2000s, like 2009, the latest. So a lot of the things in this house was the era that I was a child myself. So seeing movies and other toys of that nature kind of just brings me back to my childhood. It's all retrospective and always humbles me when I go exploring. In this library, there's a hidden door. Look at this. Fits right in. Doesn't go in because it's jammed. But there's a dumbwaiter in here. And it goes down into the basement. So people would be putting stuff up and down, whatever they need in the basement, with this old dumbwaiter here. Got the counterweight right there. Not sure where the rest of it is. Wow, a lot of storage in here. This is the front entrance here. Front entrance and the grand staircase. Not really much else going on in this room, but it is a nice entryway to the home. All these toys were hers, still scattered around the house. No one ever picked them up when the bank owned the home. Emily was forced to be in care of her immediate family, and she was all alone. All of her childhood toys are still in the home. So before we go upstairs, we're gonna walk into the dining room. Now I remember this table being in the middle here and all the chairs surrounding it. This was a beautiful dining room, and vandals have destroyed this room, very quickly. In what has it been, 6 years? Got a nice fireplace. But they really destroyed this room. Dining room had glass doors to go outside. Basically glass surrounding this entire house. It's just a shame that it's all boarded, so we can't see what that natural light looked like. I think this part of the house was added later on. It's so odd. The color is so weird and bright. Oh, this was the kitchen with its own staircase here. Could be for workers of the home, you know, going up into, if they had servants here. But pretty nice kitchen. Definitely newer than the rest of the house, we could say that with certainty. Not a fan of the colors, but otherwise it's nice. Not really much else in here. Just some cabinets. You got a bed. This is what makes exploring abandoned houses so special. Found a movie ticket for The Hills Have Eyes 2. Dated April 3rd, 2007. I used to collect my movie tickets all the time, just keep them. Just going down people's memories when you go into abandoned houses. Okay, now we're gonna head upstairs to the bedrooms, master bedroom, and most importantly, Emily's room. Probably the creepiest room in the mansion here. And right away, this is Emily's room here, filled with toys, and has the setting that any fairy tale princess would want as a child. Closets of dresses, filled, literally filled, waist high for me. Her bed is still filled with toys. Now, over the years, people, I'm sure, have thrown stuffed animals around and thrown stuff back onto the bed to set up pictures or whatever, but all these stuffed animals were actually hers despite maybe the bed being set up. Just crazy. Look at all the little friends that she had. More toys. All these bears just sitting in chairs. Brings life to the place. So many stuffed animals, it's just overwhelming. We have her dresser here. Oh my god, it's still filled with the fairy tale dresses. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is crazy. All of her dresses that made her feel amazing. There's like a cowboy vest up there. They're in pristine condition being in here too. That's so creepy. It's rare that abandoned houses stay untouched for this long, especially after so many documentations happened of other YouTube videos in this place. This place has stood the test of time perfectly, decaying nearly with no vandalism involved. This whole scene is so crazy. I mean, it really is just like almost like a murder home situation where everything's left behind. Everything gets turned into the hands of the authorities, and time stays completely still. All the toys, everything in here, kind of emotion filled and not really filled with words. So Emily's room was also connected to a bathroom. I don't know how many children have their own bathroom, but that's how special Emily was, her own pink bathroom. You know, tub, toilet, and sink. Just your basic. But what this also connects to was Emily's, I'm not sure if it was her tea room or her doll room. But since it was what it was last to her, it is no longer. This is disgusting. The entire roof has come down, bringing all the building down with it, insulation and the roof. But if you look back at my old video, you'll see that this was filled. There was a bed in the corner, pink bed, very princess-like. More stuffed animals. I almost missed this closet. Has more Emily's stuff. Nightgowns, nightwear. Crazy to think that this house was filled with animals. Cats, dogs, rabbits. A lot of them deceased. But we're going to be walking around here more. Check out the master bedroom, I think. Now, these are two beds pushed together. This might have been a guest room. What a creepy place. Got the polar bear chilling on the bed. This is a cool poster of South Africa. If only it wasn't destroyed. I love that reflection of the giraffes. Oh, this was its own little doll setup. Little Christmas trees, the penguins. It's like a little Club Penguin setup. Oh wow, look at this. The pages are shaped like a dollhouse. Oh, it's so cool. It shows other Victorian dollhouses. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. What? I didn't even know they made dollhouses this cool. This is some fancy stuff. Just a whole catalog of fancy. Look at that, it's a White House version of a dollhouse. That's so crazy. The First Lady's Pavilion. Wow, so yeah, these people were just obsessed with dollhouses in every which way. Children's books. More toys. And more little dollhouses. I almost missed that really ornate mirror right in the middle. That gold trim. That's beautiful. So this bedroom also had its own bathroom as well. Got a tiny little chair here. We got a attic. Let's see what's over here. Oh, this was actually the master bedroom. Oh wow, just a bunch of storage for more kids stuff. I mean, every corner was filled with toys and books and little things. I love storage closets like this in this shape. We got another storage closet. This looks like it's for linen and, yeah, just sheets and stuff. Wow. Oh my goodness, this room is destroyed. Once again, insulation is all over the bed and the room. Just mucking it up with disgusting everything. I don't know. This room is like decimated. But it's got its own fireplace. Looks like this would have been the walk-in closet to the master bathroom. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is all of the wife's stuff, it appears. All of her clothes. Really harsh paint in a lot of this house. Like we have blue ceilings, red walls, very intense colors. Just a bunch of heels and a bunch of, you know, decent clothes. Got a decent amount of stuff in this back closet, but there's so many clothes on the floor. I can't get into some of these closets. It's so tight in here. Definitely not the most roomy walk-in closet. It's more of like a tight fit. And here is the master bathroom. And honestly, it stinks. But you got a bunch of little ducks in the tub. What? That's crazy. I haven't seen these in so long. It's kind of cute, but creepy at the same time. Got the old dresser here in the family master bedroom here. Got nothing left behind. This room is just disgusting. Now we're gonna go into one of the last rooms here, and one of my favorite. For some reason, this room just gives me the creeps. So right beside Emily's room was, I guess, another guest bedroom. Just 2 beds. And all the wallpaper in this home is very uncomfortable. It does not make me feel comfortable. It's very horror movie-esque. And we have these giant posts for the bed, very European style. Just gives me a really dark feeling. This whole home does, despite not even knowing the history, just appearance-wise. This is the bathroom for the guest room. Not too bad. Another little Victorian dollhouse on this shelf. The shelf was built into the wall when they built the house. Someone spray painted all the toys pink, but really creepy room. I really just get weird feelings in here. Oh wow, it's a lot of paint. Right beside that guest room, it's like its own little living room. It's like its own apartment up here for when they wanted guests. And it keeps going too. There's a lot of bedrooms over here. Oh, wow. Childhood pictures. Just got a bunch of pictures in here of Emily when she was a child. Just memories of day trips she took with her mother and father, I'm sure. Got a bunch of pictures in here. Oh, it's her at Disney World. Wow. I'm getting the chills right now. Just knowing I'm looking through something so emotional. You got a bunch of undeveloped film in here too. This looks like one of the dresses we saw in Emily's closet. I just read one of the developed strips and it says all this was taken in 1998. It says what 1998 looks like at Disney World for this girl. A majority of them were taken, but some random pictures still remain on the floor and everywhere. But we have another bathroom. This is the nicest tub in the home. Clawfoot tub with its own family of ducks inside this one as well. Nice little surprise. Moving along, this is the staircase that goes down from the kitchen. So we have done a full loop. More photographs of the family scattered everywhere. And we have a washroom. And one more bedroom here. Wow, a lot in here. One of my favorite things to do when exploring is this, just going through photo albums, learning bits about the family members from actually looking at their memories they have, you know. This is Halloween at the school she attended. I mean, it puts you right there. Wow, that must be Christmas. They got all their photos processed at Kmart. Rest in peace. Alright, one last place to go that I forgot to. The attic. Wow, there's a bunch in here. Greeted by a Panasonic monitor right away. Old computer monitor. But wow, let's see what else we could see. Could see right through the roof is what we can see. This is a funny find. Missing milk carton from like Halloween stores and such. That's funny. But we have a bunch of random stuff up here, as attics usually have. Workout equipment, electronic manuals, photography. That looks cool. I wonder what year that's from. Check out that old Hot Topic bag. It's from early 2000s. Bunch of National Geographics, which I feel like everybody has in their attic. It's a whole box filled with them. These are not even opened. $7 billion population. Inca. Found all the Christmas wrapping paper. Whole smorgasbord. Got everything you could imagine. Might be coming here when I need to wrap presents next year. Check this out. This is like an old, almost looks like a medical cabinet. You'd find it like an old state hospital. And coincidentally, you have like a nurse's outfit, although that looks like a Halloween costume. Looks like we have a bunch of Halloween costumes. Planet of the Apes. Got Planet of the Apes costume. Halloween. There's a bunch of Halloween costumes in here. Other than the Halloween costumes, we just have a bunch of clothes in here. Can't really look at it all, but there certainly is a lot. We were thinking about going into the basement, but looks like the first 5 stairs are gone, and you could actually see the reflection my light's causing. It's completely flooded in there. So the stairs are just rotting from water. Alright everybody, ending it in Emily's room. What a mansion, what a story, and what a finish to it. Here, after like 6 years ago, filming this place for the first time, learning about the story, being stunned and walking into this place, experiencing the history firsthand, found out about what happened to Emily all these years later, how she tragically left this place, and I had to come back, revisit, pay my respects, and just witness this place with my own eyes one more time. So if you guys are here and you've watched the last video from years ago, shout out to you. If not, if you feel like sticking around, hit the subscribe button, hit the like if you enjoyed, and that's gonna do it, guys. It's dark, it's time to get out of here. I'm dark, and we're leaving. Peace out, guys.